Hey guys, welcome to Snake Nook. I'm Vanny and we're looking at Whirlwind. I call her Whirly. She is my adult female royal python. She is a pinstripe morph. She's hanging out in her warm hide. Today's video is actually going to be about some pet snake chores, and I'm just checking out her enclosure just to see what I need to tidy up here. I'm also going to share a technique that I've been using with my pet snakes when I need to access either the enclosure or the snake itself. But the snake thinks it's food time. Stay tuned. All right, so I think everything is good with Whirly, and we're just gonna let her rest. I don't think I'm doing anything in her enclosure at the moment. Let's go ahead and check out Vulcan. Vulcan's enclosure, on the other hand, does need some tidying up. I need to change those layers of newspaper that are soiled on the left. Vulcan is my white-eyed python. He's a male. He's a sub-adult. He's way over there on the right side in his warm hide, and he's digesting. Most of the time he's out and about, or he hangs out on his bed tray. He's very visible most of the time. But right now he's resting, he's digesting, he's on the far right side. For now, I've got to deal with all of this on the left. Good thing is that I don't have to remove all of the newspaper, and I don't need to move him out of here, just clean up in that area. Now, Vulcan is just pretty docile and chill by nature. He doesn't mind too much if I'm working on one side of his enclosure and he's on the other side, just hanging out like he is right now. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do this quickly, but because I am my own camera woman, I'm going to have to probably put the phone down and take care of this. I'm going to remove the Heidi, the branch, and then just remove the layers of newspaper that are on the left. And then I'll be able to work that way. I'm going to have to lift the bed tray up a little bit so I can slide in some fresh newspaper as well. I think Vulcan will be pretty good about that. So here we are with all of the fresh layers of newspaper. I'll see if I can get us a close-up look of Vulcan. I really don't want to mess with him right now. He's digesting. I see some tongue flicking in the background. I'm going to take a look. Let's see if we can get a closer look at his beautiful white eyes. This is Laisis savuensis, by the way, aka Savu Python. He was just chilling over there. We'll leave him be. Everything looks pretty good here. I'm just going to put everything back. I'm going to put his Heidi back in the corner where it was in the branch and all of that. Next, we're going to visit another one of my snakes that I also want to touch base with because I want to check how he's doing with his new box. He got a new box, and I'll tell you why. Come along. So this is Torrent, and Torrent got a new cardboard box because he messed up the old one. Hey Torrent, here we are. Hello. Hello Torrent, I'm going to tell him your story. So the other night during feeding time, he took a mouse and it looked like he was going to eat it. He took it into his cardboard box, but he ended up sleeping with a dead mouse. Yes. Look right there. There's a little mouse next to Torrent. And he had it there for a few days. Oh my God. There was a bit of a stench that I just couldn't find, the source. But it turned out to be his dead mouse. Goodness gracious. So he had to get a new box. Yep, that's what happened with Torrent. He slept with a mouse for a few days. Oh boy, now he's got a nice new box. So this is a technique that I use with some of my snakes, not all of them. I'm going to use a paper towel tube, place it over her head, just kind of block what I'm doing. And I'm going to take out this shed that was there since last night. I wasn't able to take it out in the morning, so I'm taking it out the next day in the evening. And she gets a little nervous when things happen in her enclosure and she's still in there. So using that paper towel tube gives us both a barrier, and I think it makes her feel more secure. Now, I figured out that I also got to clean out a little portion of her enclosure here on the right. She had fresh pee in there, and so putting that Heidi also gives her more security. So I put the Heidi there, took care of that, just that corner that I needed to put fresh newspaper on, and she's good. But just something that I do with some of my snakes, I've got to put some sort of barrier. She is a Central American hyposalmon boa, and she is a medium-sized snake. So I definitely want to make sure that things are okay between me and her. This is her shed. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out. But this is what I was not able to retrieve early in the morning, so I'm doing it now. Moving on to Stellar. Stellar also has a shed for us, so we got to clean that. There is also some soil newspaper on the right side. That's his warm side, but he's in there. So we're going to go ahead and take him out now, give him a bit of an outing. And while he's out here, I'm going to go ahead and clean that. So we'll just keep an eye on him for a little bit. Will you guys watch him for just a bit while I clean his enclosure? Actually, I think I'm going to clean the whole thing because he's in a smaller enclosure. It's 3 foot by 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot. So I really want to get in there and take everything out. But here he is. Can you guys watch him for me for just a little bit? I'd appreciate it. I'll be right back. Well, thank you so much for watching him for a bit. I'm going to go ahead and pick him up now and do a bit of a handling session with him. He is one of the very few snakes that I have that I've got to be really careful with during handling. He is conditioned to handling. He's older now, so Stellar is a spotted python. And he's not always been so keen on handling, so I've had to work with him a lot over the time that I've had him. He's a sub-adult, pretty much adult age almost. He's about 3 years old, or going on 3 years old rather. But spotted pythons mature a little sooner than bigger snakes and some other snakes, so he's pretty close to his adult size. His length, girth, and everything. He may just get a little bit bigger than this, but not by a whole lot. So the best way to work with Stellar is to give him a lot of freedom of movement. He appreciates that. When he's able to move around on his own like this, he does his best. He doesn't like being held down, held back, or redirected. Sometimes I still have to do that. He prefers this sort of interaction where he can move around on his own and not be restricted much. But I still redirect him, as you can see that I'm doing right here, so he doesn't escape into a crevice somewhere on the couch. But overall, he's been great. He's come a long way, and I'm proud of his progress. Yeah, this is Stellar. I'm still working with him. Yeah, see that? He was a bit uneasy there, the way he just kind of moved away from the touch. That's okay, Stellar. That's okay. I know how you are. So, snakes all have their own personality, guys. Some snakes will be a lot easier to work with, to handle, to interact with, and others, not so much. You got to put in more time and effort. And it's always good to monitor that body language and work with them accordingly. All right, Stellar, we're going to go ahead and send you back on your way into a nice clean home here so that you can relax and take it easy. It was nice seeing you, Stellar. There he goes, lovely little Stellar. Alrighty, Stellar, while we put you back in your enclosure, who else did I have to go check right after you? I need to go check up on a couple other snakes. Sunfire. Let's go see how the Sunfire's doing. Alrighty, Stellar, we'll catch up later on. I'm going to go see Sunfire. Well, guys, this is Sunfire. He is my Morelia Bradley, Centralian carpet python or Brettles python. Look at his body language. Look at the way he is purposefully looking for a meal, hoping for a meal. He's watching every move I've been making. So I'm going to go ahead and take out that paper towel tube to let him know, no sir, there's no dinner. Now this is evening time, guys. This is after 6 p.m. So he's hopeful that there is food. But I actually want to spend a little bit of time with him. I might just pick him up and have him chill with me while I go and check in on a couple other snakes. Take a look at his body language, guys. Pay attention to what he's doing. Now I'm using my hand to reach into the enclosure and let him know, hey, we're gonna hang out, Sunfire. So he starts to move back and he's no longer looking purposefully for food. He understands that there is no food here. I'm just gonna chill with him here for about a minute and just let him know I'm just here. I'm gonna hang out with you. I think I'm gonna take him with me to go check in on a couple more snakes. I'm gonna go ahead and use the paper towel tube one more time here with Firestorm. So I want to check her enclosure, make sure everything's okay. Sometimes I need to look between the layers. If the layers are disheveled, I definitely want to look and make sure that I'm not missing anything. Look at the way she is behaving right now. She's looking with purpose. She's looking for food, just like Sunfire was, but the body language is different. This is a different snake. Firestorm is a royal python. She's another female. Look at how she's looking back at us. If we were to put our hands in there, guys, oh no, no, no bueno. Nope. She would probably throw a bite. She probably would. So I'm going to use this paper towel tube. And with her, she gets it like immediately. She understands right away. There's no food. I'm not eating. So right away she retreats. She completely retreats because she knows that there's no food. I'm not going to take her out this time, guys. I'm just going to check her environment here, her enclosure, make sure everything's copacetic. If I need to change something, then I will have to take her out, but everything looks good now. I just wanted you to see that. I wanted you to see that even royal pythons, you have to be cautious when you're in their space. Right now I'm in her space, so I have to be cautious. All is good, moving on. This is Riverine. He is my Morelia spilota McAfee, inland carpet python. He's absolutely beautiful. He is an arboreal snake. I will always say that, as long as he keeps using his perches like this. He spends most of his time on the perches, guys. He really does. He loves it up there. He's seldom ever on ground level of his enclosure. Same thing with his brother Rocky. Same thing. They both hang out on their perches for the most part, or on the bed tray, and seldom do they ever visit the ground level. Not that they don't. That's where the warm side is for them, and so they do go there when they're digesting. But they prefer the cooler temps up high, and they just like to stay off the ground. But this young carpet python he's a subadult. He's getting closer to adult age, and his ontogenetic color change has been subtle over the time that I've had him. I've had him now for about 2 years, and the ontogenetic color change has been subtle. I'm just taking a look at his enclosure here real quick in case there's anything I have to do, but it doesn't look like I'll be cleaning this enclosure today. And with the inland carpet pythons, it does take time to appreciate their beautiful colors. So in their first year, inland carpet pythons can look a little drab. The color can look a little flat, a little dull, but give them some time. By the time they get to about 4 years of age, that color will be looking amazing. Well, everything looks good here, so let's move on. We're going to check in on one more snake. So to wrap up the video, we have Cyan. He is my green tree Python Morelia viridis. I'm just checking his enclosure, making sure everything is copacetic. He does need a misting in here. I'm going to mist the fake foliage, not him directly. So if it looks like I'm misting him directly, it's the angle of the camera. He's actually looking like there's something going to happen in here. Look at his body language. I have to be careful when he looks like this because he is either ready to throw a bite or he could just be getting ready to go potty. But that's it, guys. This will wrap up the video. I'm just going to go ahead and finish misting him. Thank you so much for joining us here at Snake Nook. Subscribe and like, and we certainly look forward to seeing you here again next time. Y'all have a good one. Bye.